What's up guys, welcome to the Microjig shop. My name's Morgan and today we're going to be building this 360 sled. For this project you'll need the ZEROPLAY 360 sled kit, or if you already have a ZEROPLAY miter bar, all you need is a pack of 1.5 inch dovetail hardware. Cut a piece of plywood 22 inches by 20 inches on the table saw. Next, in a single cut, cut the piece down to finish at 16 by 20. Okay, so we have our 16 by 20 sled and our 20 inch long, 6 inch wide offcut, which we're going to use later on to build the sled. So just set that aside, we'll get to that in a bit. Alright, now we're going to route some relief grooves where our dovetail tracks are going to go. This step isn't totally necessary, but it definitely makes routing your dovetail tracks a lot easier. You can either do this on the table saw or on a router table. If you're on a router table, use a 1/4 inch straight bit set to a cutting depth of 11/32 of an inch with your fence at 4 inches. Route the first relief groove, then rotate your workpiece 90 degrees, then route the next one. Do this for all 4 sides. Then set your fence to 8 inches and repeat the last step. You only have to run it 3 times now since the middle groove doesn't need to be cut twice. Alright, all of our relief grooves have been cut. Now we're going to change bits and route our dovetail tracks. Use a 1/2 inch 14 degree dovetail router bit and set the cutting depth to 3/8 of an inch. We're going to do this the same way we routed the relief grooves. Set your router table fence to 4 inches and run all 4 sides, rotating 90 degrees after each cut. Then set your fence to 8 inches and repeat the last step. This is going to create these intersections that allow you to rotate the fence. First we need to adjust the miter bar to fit in the miter slot. Stack the top bar onto the bottom bar with arrows facing upward and pointing towards the front. Insert the 3 button head screws through the counterboard slots of the top bar using the hex key, but don't tighten them all the way. Make sure the 2 bars still slide freely. Put 2 nickels in the bottom of the miter slot, then place the miter bar on top of the nickels. With one finger, hold the bottom bar in position. With the other finger, gently slide the top bar in the direction of the arrows. Once both sides of the miter bar are touching the walls of the miter slot, tighten down the button screws. The miter bar should just barely touch the sides of the miter slot. Once the button screws are tightened, slide the miter bar back and forth through the slot a few times to make sure that it moves smoothly and doesn't have any side-to-side play. Measure the distance from the saw blade to the nearest edge of each miter slot. Add 1/4 of an inch to the measurement of the miter slot closest to the blade and draw a line parallel to the blade. Then draw a perpendicular line on an adjacent side to intersect with that one. The mounting holes are 4 inches apart on center, so starting from that intersection, mark 4 inches in both directions on those 2 lines. This will be the center line of the miter slot for installing the miter bar, leaving a 1/8 of an inch gap between the sled and the blade. Use a 1/2 inch diameter Forstner bit to counterbore the mounting holes 9/16 of an inch deep. Then drill 1/4 inch through holes in the center of each counterbored hole. Attach the miter bar to the bottom of the sled from the top using the included pan head screws without tightening the screws completely. Use a carpenter's square to square up the sled with the edge of the table saw top, then tighten the pan head screws to secure the miter bar to the sled. Alright, remember that offcut we had left over from the first step? We're going to use that to build our fence. Rip one strip down to 1.25 inches wide and one strip down to 2.5 inches. On the 1.25 inch wide strip, draw a line 3/4 of an inch in from one edge all the way down long ways. Then mark 1.5 inches and 9 inches in from each end. Then drill 5/16 diameter holes at those locations. These are going to be the endpoints of your slots. Now back to the router table. Set your fence to 3/4 of an inch and set a 1/4 inch straight bit at a cutting depth of 1/8 of an inch. Route between the pre-drilled endpoints, cutting 1/8 of an inch deeper each time until the slots are routed all the way through. Once your slots have been cut all the way through, glue the edge of the 1.25 strip to the face of the 2.5 inch strip, like so. Now let's get our dovetail bit back in and route a track down the middle along the face of the fence. When you use this fence on your 360 sled, you can set your fence at any angle using the dovetail hardware in perpendicular tracks like this. Depending on the size of your workpiece and the angle you want to cut, you may need to try a few different configurations to get your fence right where you want it. Play around with it. It's fun. If you want to add a stop to your fence, it can be as simple as a block of wood with 2 holes in it. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And that's how it's done.
Hi, I'm Vic Teslin. Veritas has done it again and made another miniature plane that's functional, just like the shoulder plane and the edge plane. Let's take a closer look at this one and see how it can fit into your shop. Just like its big brother, the miniature router plane has a depth adjustment knob that allows you to control the depth of cut, and a locking knob to lock the blade into place. As with Veritas's previous miniature planes, the miniature router plane is fully functional and excels at delicate tasks like wasting out this small square to receive an inlaid piece. The miniature router plane is the latest in a line of small, functional planes perfect for small-scale work.
I want to show you the update to our awesome Flushmount Drill Bit system. Update is we now have these huge chip clearing holes so it doesn't get gummed up with dust when you're drilling too many holes. Flushmount Drill Bit system is an awesome way to countersink your screw and your cover cap perfectly so you get a perfect flush look on your finished piece every time. Easily adjustable with a micro adjust or a macro adjust. It has a 1/8 inch pilot bit in it, and every one you buy is going to come with some sample fast caps, some sample power head screws, an extra of each set screw, 2 extra pilot bits, and an extra thumb screw, as well as this handy little carrying case for all of it. Flushmount Drill Bit system from FastCap. Get yours today, and you're going to love this product.
Edge sanding. Dremel offers a wide variety of attachments and accessories to help you undertake just about any sanding project. In this demonstration, we'll be using the Dremel 4000 tool, the Sanding and Grinding Guide Model A576, and a 1/4-inch sanding band number 407. Whether you're looking for an even 90-degree edge or a consistent 45-degree bevel, the Sanding and Grinding Guide is a great attachment for ensuring a consistently and smoothly sanded edge. This project can also be completed using any Dremel variable or 2-speed rotary tool that works with all attachments. When using the Sanding and Grinding Guide, always secure either your workpiece or the tool and guide. The Dremel multi-vise is great for this. When cleaning up an edge that is perpendicular to the surface of your workpiece, keep the top of the guide flush against the workpiece's surface. Keep your movement slow and steady while going over your piece. Repeat the process until you're satisfied with the edge's smoothness. The Sanding and Grinding Guide can be used for both flat and beveled edges. For a 45-degree bevel, rest the face of the Sanding Grinding Guide stamped with the Dremel logo on the surface of your workpiece. Here are some additional thoughts on edge sanding. Sanding bands are available in 1/4-inch and 1/2-inch sizes, and are available in 3 grits, 60, 120, and 240. The platform's orientation to the tool can be flipped. The guide can also be adjusted from 0 to 3/4 of an inch depending on your desired depth.
Do you ever find yourself working on the narrow edge of a workpiece? It's not easy to steady the ruler and place your mark. You might try marking the wide face, then transfer the mark with a square, a tedious and slow process at best, but not anymore. Introducing the INCRA bend rule. The bend rule's 90-degree shape locks snug against the corner of any workpiece, while the corner marking slots let you wrap your mark all the way around the corner. And it stays in place with just one hand for those difficult vertical measurements. Microfine marking holes and slots at every measurement ensure effortless accuracy. Here, we're laying out a hinge mortise. Use the end of the bend rule to draw perfect perpendiculars and draw precise parallels with the vertical marking scale. This job used to require all of these tools. Now it's quicker, easier, and far more accurate with INCRA rules. Recognize this problem? You're trying to confirm a measurement on a drawing and the ruler is too thick to let you get an accurate reading. You lean over the ruler and parallax drives you crazy. You stand the ruler on edge, but then the marks disappear. The INCRA bend rule solves all of these problems. The triangular shape puts the scale lines right on your work and angles the numbers right at you. No parallax, easy to read, perfect accuracy. INCRA bend rules are offered in 6, 12, and 18-inch lengths, with metric versions also available.
Kapro 325 magnetic locking combo square. What's unique about this combo square is that magnetic lock. Instead of the traditional screw, we use magnets to hold the rule in place, and it's easy to adjust. You can slide your desired measurement, you can remove, and put back with ease of use. Sometimes that little screw gets lost, you don't have to worry about that with this product. Another unique feature is that easy grip scribe. The scribe takes out, you can use it, and it puts back using those same magnets. Of course, we have a cylindrical vial, but we have 5 milled surfaces, so it guarantees that superior accuracy that you're looking for. The ruler is stainless steel, which is very durable, and it has permanently etched markings in inches and centimeters.
Hi, welcome to the Pony Jorgensen Workshop. Today, we're going to show you the features and benefits of the new Easy Hold Heavy Duty Clamp. The Jorgensen Heavy Duty Easy Hold clamps are perfect for both casual and professional woodworkers. The Easy Hold clamps feature a comfortable grip, a jaw reach of 3 5/8 inches, protective jaw pads, and a quick release lever. Clamping pressure can be applied with one hand by squeezing the trigger. Pressure can be easily released by pressing the quick release lever. This clamp has a clamping force of up to 600 pounds. 2 trigger clamps can be joined together by removing the heads, flipping them over, and sliding their interlocking dovetail attachments together. This will add an extra 6 inches to the combined length of your 2 clamps. A single clamp can also be turned into a spreader by removing the head and attaching it to the other side of the clamp. When you buy 2 Easy Hold clamps, you're actually getting a 3rd larger clamp and 2 spreaders. The Jorgensen trigger clamps are available in 12-inch, 24-inch, and 36-inch sizes. The Jorgensen trigger clamps are perfect for heavy-duty clamping projects up to 600 pounds. Thank you for stopping by the Pony Jorgensen Workshop. For more information, please visit ponyjorgensen.com.
European-style hinges are a great way to go when you're mounting cabinet doors. They're concealed for a sleek, clean look, and they offer easy adjustment for perfect door alignment. With Rockler's exclusive line of jigget solutions, they're easy to install too, and the only power tool you need is a handheld drill. On the doors, the Jigget Deluxe hinge drilling system lets you quickly bore precise, perfectly aligned holes for the hinge cups. The jig configures to match your hinge specifications, and the clamp bases slip easily on the edge of your door, elevating the door enough to accommodate Bench Cookie Plus work grippers for no-slip stability. Positioning is as simple as lining up the center marks on the jig with your center lines on the door and tightening down. The spring-loaded drilling guide comes with a stop collar that lets you set the exact drilling depth. The drill guide fits snugly onto the steel template on the clamp base. Then you simply drill, and you end up with precisely positioned, perfectly vertical hinge cup holes of just the right depth. Here's another great thing about the Jigit Deluxe system. If you're mounting hinges in multiple doors of the same size, you only have to set it up once. When you're done with the doors, you need to drill pilot holes in the cabinet for the hinge mounting plates. Rockler offers Jigits to make this operation easy and accurate too. The jigs have a center line that you line up with your marks on the cabinet. A built-in fence guarantees alignment and proper setback. Then you just use the Rockler self-centering bit specified for the jig to drill the holes. All that's left to do is mount the hinge arms to the door and the mounting plates to the cabinet and clip the hinges together. Before you know it, installation is done and you look like a pro. Check out Rockler's Jigit hinge installation jigs for yourself at your local Rockler store or rockler.com.